All right, what's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's Super here, and welcome back to another MK1 video. Today is a little follow-up to the T-1000 teaser with the shocking reveal of Madame Bo as a cameo fighter. Madame Bo as a cameo fighter, guys. Can you believe the words that are coming out of my mouth? I literally just watched Rush Hour and Rush Hour 2 a few days ago. Rush Hour 3 is all right, but 1 and 2 is where it's at for me. Let me know in the comment section which Rush Hour you like the most. But Madame Bo as a cameo fighter. She's going to be coming out March 18th for Kombat pack holders, and based on the promotion, it says that you could buy it a la carte. So I assume that she's going to be available for purchase on March 18th if you just want to buy her separately. But it's interesting because I know for a fact that nobody expected Madame Bo to show up in the T-1000 teaser. Did you? Raise your hand. If you raise your hand, you're a liar, because there's no way that anyone thought that Madame Bo was, first of all, going to be a cameo fighter, and second of all, was going to show up in the T-1000 gameplay, and third of all, was going to be released alongside the T-1000 on March 18th. NetherRealm. They still have surprises up their sleeve, don't they? First, it was Floyd. I know that Floyd was data mined, right, a long time ago, but everyone thought that Floyd was going to be dead and buried, that they were not going to bring Floyd to life, and they surprised us with the Conan update and actually including Floyd in the update. Probably the best Mortal Kombat Easter egg that we've gotten ever since the old school games, because it was a secret fight and you had to do 10 challenges. If it wasn't for the spreadsheet giving you the requirements for a challenge, I don't think anyone would, well, I guess the first person had to do it on their own, right? But 99% of people would not have done it. But they surprised us with that, and then they pulled another rabbit out of their hat and surprised us with Madame Bo as a cameo fighter. Pretty crazy. I'm happy that NetherRealm still has some surprises, because one of the worst things about modern Mortal Kombat games is the fact that, you know, there's so many data miners and there's so many insiders and people, you know, leaking things that it takes away from the surprises that we get from trailers. And that was one of the best things about MKX and Injustice 2. I think those were the final games before the data mining really started to hit hard, and the insiders, the leakers really started to hit hard. Because back in MKX, Kombat Pack 2, nobody, except for IGN, which I give them huge credit because they called this shit, nobody had Leatherface joining the MKX roster, right? And then we got Triborg, we got Alien, and we got Boraicho. Watching the trailer, not knowing what to expect, one of the best feelings. And then, of course, probably the biggest shocker in any combat pack, the Ninja Turtles coming into Injustice 2. Like, do you guys remember the feeling of watching the Ninja Turtles? You thought, oh, maybe they're going to have Melina as a guest cameo or a guest fighter in Injustice 2 because of the Psy. And then it was Raphael, and it was the whole Ninja Turtle squad. Man, that was so sick. So I kind of had that little vibe and that feeling when I was watching the T-1000 gameplay, because it was so shocking that Madame Bo was revealed in this trailer. Even though she's a cameo fighter, she's not a main fighter, but still, just the fact that it was a surprise was a really cool feeling, and that's something that I really miss in modern NetherRealm games. Mortal Kombat 11, and of course Mortal Kombat 1, the worst out of all of them. You know, we pretty much knew every single DLC character on day one. We knew that there was going to be Chaos Reigns DLC, a story mode expansion. So there was like no surprise when it came to MK1. So Madame Bo gave me that that little bit of excitement here. And I think that's why so many people were talking about this trailer, because Madame Bo was such a surprise that nobody saw coming, that it kind of overshadowed the T-1000 gameplay. Even though I think the T-1000 gameplay looks cool, had a long extended combo. I'm excited to see more of the T-1000. One of the coolest details that I didn't even notice when I first saw the trailer is the trail of liquid metal that is trailing behind T-1000 after the Glacius punch. That looks really cool. That little animation looks super cool. Like the liquid metals coming towards him to finish forming his full body. It's fucking awesome. We'll see it right now. It's gonna be popping up here any second. But one thing that I'm curious about is Madame Bo gonna be the final cameo character that we get? Because the insiders that called that there was gonna be no more future DLC because Warner Brothers decided for NetherRealm to move on to the next game instead of continuing on with the story pack. Look at this trail right here. Look at the liquid metal trail going behind the T-1000. Man, that's such a cool detail from the movies, man. It's so sick. That's one thing that I noticed after. I'm like, what the hell is that? Oh, it's the liquid metal trail. But the insiders, who came out and said that there was not going to be any more story expansion, or that they had planned a story mode expansion, another one, and future DLC characters that were canceled because of the poor sales from Chaos Reigns. They also mentioned that there was already cameo fighters being worked on, like from even before, and they might get released. And here's sort of proof of that. Madame Bo, a cameo fighter. Now, it's going to be real interesting what happens after this, because it's perfect to package Madame Bo in with a actual main roster character, right? But are they actually going to release maybe another cameo fighter, maybe another 2 cameo fighters on their own? I don't know. We're going to have to wait and see about that one. I find it kind of hard to believe them only releasing one more cameo fighter. I think if they do release more cameo fighters, I think it has to be 2, to equal 3, I guess, with Madame Bo. But I don't know if they're going to be releasing more cameo fighters after Madame Bo. Maybe they scrap any other cameo fighters that they potentially could have had and just have Madame Bo be the final one to be released alongside the T-1000. Who knows? But like I mentioned, NetherRealm still has some tricks up their sleeves, some secrets up their sleeves. So after the Floyd thing and after Madame Bo, you never know. After Floyd, after Madame Bo, you never know. So I'm excited to see what happens. Maybe like a month after the T-1000, we should get a good idea if we're going to get anything else about a month after the T-1000. And of course, I'll keep you guys updated. But I guess what I expect and what I called in one of my previous videos is we are going to get a few cameo fighters. But I thought maybe we would get like 2 cameo fighters separate from the T-1000. Like after we would see them release after the T-1000. But now we got Madame Bo with the T-1000. I find it hard to believe that they would release only one after the T-1000 releases. So it's either they release 2 or they release none. That's my prediction on that. But anyway, yeah, I just wanted to make an update or a follow-up video because it was so cool having a genuine surprise in a teaser. It wasn't even like a full-on trailer. It was a teaser. But it was like a really cool feeling to actually be surprised at something that NetherRealm shows off in a trailer, because so much of their game is like leaked and data mined, and I feel so bad for them. But for the most part, like I have to cover it as a Mortal Kombat content creator. I try not to go too overboard like I used to with the leakage. I try to cover as much as I can without going too overboard, because back in the day, I am guilty of, just covering every single leak, and sometimes they came true, sometimes they didn't. But nowadays, I try to cool it off a little bit. I still cover it because I have to, but I do feel bad that modern NetherRealm games just don't have a chance to surprise us anymore. But things like this are always fun to be genuinely surprised at any sort of character that is revealed. So that's about it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know what you guys think of Madame Bo being a cameo fighter. I can't wait to see what she has. She has the monkey flip that Boraicho had. So it's going to be interesting what other moves she has. Maybe she has some overheads. Maybe she has some lows. Maybe after that move where she jumps off your, or she like rolls over your back, maybe she has a low option too. Maybe she has a command grab. Maybe she kind of plays like Farah does with low overhead command grab. Who knows? But yeah, that's going to be it for me. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time.